Good morning, YouTubers. T Square with T Square Talk. Hope everybody's having a great day. Got an awesome video planned out for you guys today. It's going to be a little bit different. I'm not going to be running through all the market prices, the Bitcoin prices. I may end up glazing over them, who knows, but it will be a quickie on that. But I want to talk specifically about what happened in 2011, why we had that big run up on silver, because a comment came in today how we always hear about how the Hunt brothers ran the price of silver up in 1980, but we don't really hear about what happened in 2011 that caused the price to run up. And I left a comment, but then the comment pretty well maxed out for how long you can write a comment. And so I said, you know what, I'm going to do a video on it, and I think it's going to be a great video. Why did we have the run up in 2011, and how is that comparing to what's happening right now? A lot has changed since 2011, but a lot is different. I think now people aren't really, I'm going to say, not smart enough to realize how bad things are. We've seen stuff happen in 2011 that people recognized right off how bad this was. They're not seeing the same thing play out now, but I think it will snap in the same sense because they're going to wake up and they're going to see what's happening. Now, I don't want to talk about the Hunt brothers issue because I've talked about that time and time again. And the Hunt brothers were just everyday people. They were everyday people that was buying up silver, yes, but it was the inflation that was happening that was also driving up the price. It was not just the Hunt brothers alone. Other people piled on this trade and realized what was going on. Just like today, some YouTubers, some rich elites may get called out when we have the next big run up. Somebody will be the fall guy on what happened, why are we seeing silver run up. But I think at the end of the day, it's going to be the majority of the people that are starting to buy up silver that's really going to spike the silver price. So with that being said, if you enjoyed today's video, please take a quick minute, hit that thumbs up button for me. We're going to jump right in. It's going to be interesting. It's a great video. Real quick, I will glaze over, like I said, just a quick glaze. We got the silver price trading at $36.52 at a time where we're in the summer. Silver price should be going down. We're definitely not seeing it come down. However, like I said, I think we will see a big beat down this month. We've talked about that in other videos, and as it starts happening, I will do more videos on that. Taking a quick look at the gold price, trading at $3,340. Slightly up, but at the end of the day, I think by the end of the month, we're going to see silver take a dip as well. Will it be as bad as the silver dip that I see coming? No, it won't be, but we will see a dip in the gold price, and it'll be a buying opportunity for those who've been waiting. And I believe that the silver, it will be probably one of the last buying opportunities that we will see. I know some people are saying that we've already seen that. We saw that just recently. If you zoom out year to date, this was the last buying opportunity. Some people are saying, yeah, it definitely went down. It went down to actually 28.70, 28.60. I don't think we'll see it go that low, but I do think we'll see silver in the $31, $32 range again. And that's for another video, though. Taking a quick look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin trading at $109,669. Down about 500, but still holding its ground right around the $110,000 mark. I want to glaze over that real quick because, like I said, today's going to be a long video. DXY at 99.12, doing a decent job holding right around the 99 level. I do think that's going to start to climb as we get closer to the Fed meeting. Dow Jones up 105, closing out at 42,866. Let's see. Can I get this to load up? What's going on here? Okay. NASDAQ sitting at 19,714, up another 123 points. S&P up 32 points, closing out at 6,038. Jumping in right off, a lot of people know the Fed does have a Fed meeting coming in less than 2 weeks. Actually, really in about a week. I think that's going to be interesting to see what they do. A lot of people are saying they're pretty well going to probably hold rates. That's a no-brainer. I think when they hold rates, that will be the start of the drop in gold and silver. Okay, so Right off the bat, we're going to jump in now to what everybody is watching for. 2011 silver price. Why did we have a surge? So the first thing I'm going to do is read through some of the actual information, and then we're going to elaborate a little bit more on that and compare it to what's going on today. So 2011 silver price surge due to a combination of factors, including the fears of increased inflation. We're pretty well seeing that today. A spike in industrial demand. We're pretty well seeing that today. And a perceived shortage. It ain't perceived. It's shortaged. There's definitely a short in silver, and it's going to hit. Perceived shortage in high purity silver bars. There's a shortage in all silver bars right now. Does that mean you can't get it? No, a shortage does not mean that. A shortage does not mean it's sold out. It means that we are seeing the excess silver supply get drained. The savings account, as you might say, of silver. You're sitting on $10,000 and every month you're spending $1,000 more than you make. You're seeing your savings account go down every month. In 10 months, you will run out of silver. You have a money shortage. If you don't stop the burn, you will run out of money. Same thing with the silver supply. There is X amount of silver, and every month we are beating into it, taking it out, and as that happens, we will eventually run out of silver, but we're not there yet. The U.S. debt ceiling crisis, that was also a huge contributor. We're going to talk about that here in just a minute, because let's be honest, we have a debt problem in the country today. All these factors are still there, and nothing has changed today versus then. One of the big factors right here, during the first few months of 2011, Moody's and S&P both downgraded the outlook of the U.S. finances, and that was a major shock to the financial market. Today, the average person doesn't even realize what's going on because we've already had that happen recently. Yes, Moody's rating just downgraded the U.S. credit rating on May 16th of 2025. Same things that happened then. Now remember, though, we didn't have the run-up of $50 right off. We had the run-up a few months after the downgrade. This happened, the downgrade we just experienced happened on May 16th of 2025. I'm not going to say that means in 3 months from now we're going to have a big run up on silver and be back over 50. But, I mean, the truth of the matter is there's a lot of short positions out there. Those short positions have to be covered by the end of this month. When they go to cover them, they're probably going to have to take out more short positions to cover the previous shorts. With that happening, that will drive the price of silver down. The more short positions, once the price gets down low enough, then they're going to settle. And once they settle, the new month will turn over and they'll have 90 days to settle again. Will that be the same way in 90 days at the end of the third financial quarter? It's a possibility, but it's also a possibility that they will shuffle that short position over to another company and just bankrupt that company. It happens time and time again. We just don't see it happening on huge silver positions. But anybody that has a company, I mean, some people want to trash certain business people in this country that have bankrupted their companies, their casinos, whatever the case may be. But at the end of the day, it is a business strategy. I hate to say that, but it is something people do practice. You sell your declining assets, or you hold your declining assets and you sell your assets to another company. The new company you also have control of. So if you sell your assets over to your secondary company and then you bankrupt your first company, what are you left with? You've just canned all of your debt and you've kept all of your assets. Does it look bad? Yes, you went bankrupt, but at the end of the day, did you make a lot of money out of it? The world revolves around money. I hate to say it. It's the vicious part of the world. Whether you like it or not, it's the way the world is set up. So moving in real quick, I also want to talk about the silver shortage. So just like we seen in 2011, there was a perceived silver shortage. Let's be honest. We were seeing a silver shortage starting to form up. More and more people wanted to invest in silver. When you have a big run-up of any asset, whether it be Bitcoin, whether it be Meta, whether it be Google, whatever, you will have people that will want to jump on the train after the train has already left. There was a lot of people that bought silver at $50 and rode it all the way back down. Those are the people that to this day are trash talking silver. I've been buying silver since 2011. I bought at 50 and I've never gotten my money back or even a profit. You know what? You jumped in, you followed the bandwagon, you probably overpaid, you got scammed. I actually got a phone call today about rolls of peace dollars. Got a phone call. The phone call was, hey, we got these rolls of peace dollars. These things haven't been around in forever. You have an opportunity today to get some rolls. We're limiting our customers to only 5 rolls. How do you feel about 5 rolls? Maybe I can pull some strings and get you an extra one, but they're trying to limit you to 5. They're $1,500 a roll for $21 coins. 20 peace dollars for $1,500. But if you buy 5 rolls, we're going to throw in a free gift. I was like, really, dude? And I just sat there and listened to the guy. And, it's a sales pitch. And there will be people that will hear, oh, my word, silver ran up from $20 to $37 to $50 to $60. You should buy silver. And they're going to buy. And if we see a pullback, these are not people that have strong foundations of silver. They don't have a strong understanding of why they're buying silver. These are the people that will get destroyed. They will buy at the highest points, just like, I was about ready to knock someone. I'm not going to get into crypto. Just like the people that bought silver at $50. Unfortunately, silver went from $5 to $50, and they thought it was a good deal after it just 10x'd. If silver was sitting at, let's just say for a quick minute, $20, and it goes up to $200, I probably wouldn't want to double down and buy a ton more at that point. You didn't miss your opportunity to have a safe haven asset, but you never know what could happen. At that point, you won't hear me saying, I'm going to buy silver when it's $200. And will it go there? Here's the thing. There's 5 or 6 times more money in the system than there was in 2011. Once you understand all that more money in the system, where is that money going to go when silver starts exploding in price? More people will be buying silver. Now, does that mean that if there's 5 times more money in the system today, that silver has the potential or the guarantee that it will go 5 times what it did in 2011? That's $250. I won't say it's a guarantee. I will say the potential is there. If the same amount of, or the same percentage of money that flooded into it in 2011 flood into it again, then you would see that 5x move. However, it's not a guarantee. I don't want to buy at $200. I don't even want to buy at over $100. I want to already have my position. What does that mean? That means today I get laughed at. When I buy silver at $40 an ounce, it means I get laughed at today. And that's okay. I don't mind getting laughed at. I don't mind when the naysayers talk trash. I don't mind when I hear friends tell me, you've been talking about this for 8 years. You know what? In 8 years, I've acquired a position. What do you think is going to happen when silver really starts going crazy? These people will call you. They're going to call you. They're going to ask you questions, and you're going to be able to tell them, yeah, here's where you can call them and buy it. Oh, well, weren't you picking it up at 30 or something like that? 37, 40, I don't know. Weren't you picking it up cheaper from whoever you were getting it from? Yes, that was back when nobody liked it. Now everybody likes it. Everybody wants it for 100. You're going to have to pay the bigger price. And then if you sell to these people, which I wouldn't want to do at that point, because if you sell to these people and the price comes down, you're going to be public enemy number one. When silver shot up to $29, doesn't sound like a shoot up when you look at the price today, but when silver shot to $29, government shutdown was right there. Didn't know if we were going to have the budget ceiling met, didn't know what was going to happen. One of my buddies had me come in, said, hey, you mind coming to the office one day this week? I said, yeah, I come whatever day you want me to. He goes, okay, how about this day? Okay. And he said, I'm going to have a friend there. Is that okay? Yep. The friend comes, I'm there. He tells me, he goes, look, I'm going to be blunt. I'm trying to get my hands on some silver. I said, okay. I said, I just got an order in. It cost me $29 an ounce. If you want, you could take that order from me. Literally. I'm not going to make anything. Yeah, I'm doing it just to help you out because you're a friend of a friend. And if it means a lot to him, then it means a lot to me. And he's like, okay, I'll take it. I'm going to take the whole order. I said, okay. I said, let me ask you, though, before you buy it, why are you buying it? He goes, I'm afraid they're going to devalue the dollar. We've got a government shutdown. Everything's going to crap. And so I want to be prepared. I said, okay. $29. He talked to me about wanting to buy 1 gram bars so he could barter them. I said, I would not do that. I said, how much is a gram? He said, $6. I said, multiply that by 31, and that's approximately 186, if I did the math right, $186 per ounce. With that being said, I would not recommend you buying at that high of a price when silver spot price is only $29. He said, okay. He gets the order. What do you think happened? Silver starts coming down. We went all the way back down to $22. Ironically, right at the end of a financial quarter. Same financial quarter that's coming to an end here in 19 days. And I will be looking for that dip again. Once you've experienced it, once you learn the lessons, you understand it's predictable until a day comes that it just doesn't happen. Is that going to be this time? Personally, I don't think so. I don't think there's enough bad stuff going on right now to make them say this is the one that we're not going to meet. I think they're going to beat it down and the price will come down. They'll take out new short positions. They'll cover their old short positions. And within a couple days of next month, within a week of the new month, you will see the price start climbing, and it will climb even faster. And then we will probably blow through $40. Needless to say, that person picking up silver at $29 and it went down to $22 did not like me, and he did not like the other guy, I think. He felt like he was cheated. And that was it. And the price then started climbing up again. I got asked, hey, why don't you call him now that it's back at 29, see if he wants to sell it back to you still. I said, I don't want to call the person. If he wants to sell it back to me at this point, I'm willing to buy it back and just add it to my stack. If not, I'll buy someone else's silver at 29. I'll buy someone else's silver at 30, 31, 32, 37, and even up to 39 right now, maybe 38, depending on what kind of silver it is, if it's nice stuff. So, am I picking up a lot of silver right now? No. Why? Because I'm waiting till the end of the month. And I think if I remain in a holding pattern when the end of the month comes, I'm going to do very well with that. So, are we experiencing the same stuff today that we were experiencing in 2011? Yes. But they started experiencing that, and it didn't skyrocket to 50 right off the bat. It worked its way up. How far back does this chart go? 2000 and... Well, we started running technically the price up in 03 when it was at $5. Price started climbing. Price got all the way up to $20, and some people bought at $20, and then the price tanked all the way back down in 09 to $9. People were feeling cheated. Price started creeping back up 11, 12, 14, 16, 18, back at 20. Once we got to that $20 mark, boom, that was at 2010, July of 2010. Then the price started climbing. Continue on to July of 2011, 1 year later, and we went from $20 to $50. Is it coincidental that we are, well, wow, almost in July, really? June, July, less than a month. That's coincidental, I think, but it could just be the way it is. And the price just went crazy from there. Fast forward to today, we're seeing the same thing. We've been seeing it start climb. We're not seeing that straight up, nonstop, everyday $2 a day, but I do think that's coming. Question is, will you have yours when that day comes? As the price continues to go up, once we hit $50, it will hit definitely a lot of resistance, just as we're hitting resistance right now in the $35 and $36 level. But we've already got through the $35 level. That resistance is this. See how the line sat here for a while and consolidated, or it built up patterns? There's a lot of resistance there from that time frame. Once we get through it, that's it. We go up. There's not much stopping it. Once we get to 50, there's nothing in the way. There's no resistance up there. There will only be some people that will profit take at 50. I had one of my friends ask me yesterday, will you sell your silver at 50? Absolutely not. I said I would in the past. If it looks like things are getting worse like they are today, I don't want any part of it. We've been downgraded, our credit. We're having a bond crisis. People don't want to buy U.S. debt. Why? Because our debt is out of control. We're seeing essentially a buildup in houses. In fact, right now, everybody realizes too, I don't know if I said it, 2008 housing crisis. What started that? The housing crisis, then the stock market. Today, it could be the stock market and then the housing market, but it could also be the other way around, the housing market and then the stock market. Something will be a nail that will absolutely make people go crazy. I hate to say that. I think it will be when the stock market hits, takes a really big dive. We're not seeing that right now. Why? Because we just looked at the stock market. Year to date, it's kind of flat, not really doing anything. But if you zoom out a year, it's up. You zoom out 5 years, it's up. You max it out, and we're still pretty well at a peak. A big drop would be kind of like what we've seen in 2020 or kind of like what we've seen in 2008. Is this drop here yet? Keep in mind, these drops last a while. No, this drop was kind of a flash drop, but that was because of cough, cough. Yes, we are in a free country, but I am not on a free platform, so I don't want to say the word. I'm just going to say cough, cough. Also, you've seen it with the NASDAQ. I mean, yeah, we started to see that correction that I expected, like maybe this correction right here when it dropped. Let's see if we can zoom in a little bit. This drop right here, was it a big drop? I mean, it was a nice drop. Let's be honest, 25% drop. That's definitely a correction territory. However, it rebounded, and that was it. Why did it rebound? A lot of that, I believe this rebound was a mix of, I don't want to say, well, I don't want to get political on this. So, needless to say, the stock market still, people still believe in it. People are still putting their money in it. If the stock market crashes, that could be the straw. What will be the final straw that breaks the camel's back and pushes silver astronomically higher? We don't know what it is, but we know that the same things in 2008 are already happening, and that's why we're seeing the silver price run up right now. People are worried about inflation. People are buying silver. Demand for silver is there because of industrial demand. Our credit got downgraded. We have a credit crisis. We don't have a government shutdown at stake yet, It's just a matter of time, though, before something happens. But what do we have today that we didn't have in 2011? Well, take a look at California, take a look at New York, take a look at what happens in 3 days from now. You may have been following, what's the proper word? You got to understand these videos, certain things you're not allowed to talk about. And if you do, you get hit. And I've already been hit hardcore. If I show you how many subs I gained in the last 30 days, you'd laugh. I didn't even gain 20 subscribers in the last 30 days. My view counts has plunged. So I have been touching, but who knows? Needless to say, a lot of people are talking about what is going to happen in 3 days from now. What day is that fall on, actually? Let's see. Today we are Wednesday the 11th. Thursday, Friday, Saturday. So Saturday. I would stay home Saturday if I was you. I definitely wouldn't be in any big cities, especially in California or New York. But who knows? There are going to be other issues. A lot of you guys are following that. If you follow mainstream media, you should know what's going on in those two places. As stuff escalates, what is going to happen? Don't be surprised to see silver start picking up. Don't be surprised, though, if you see a correction and we see what looks like a pullback and people say, see, the stock market goes down, gold and silver goes down. That's true, but gold and silver come back up a whole lot quicker, in my opinion. With that being said, this is all my opinion. This is kind of a longer video, I think. I hope it's not too... No, actually, hey, that was a great timing. 26 minutes right now. I'm just going to keep on stacking. I would think it would be in people's best interest to do their own research and keep stacking as well. But who knows? I mean, each person's going to make their own decision. This is not financial advice, just my opinion. If you enjoyed the video, definitely hit that thumbs up. Leave a comment, even if it's just a little comment like good morning or I agree or something. There's a huge likelihood that I will reply back to every comment, but shorter comments that can be read in like under 30 seconds tend to always get a quick reply back because I am getting backlogged. I'm trying to catch all the way up with comments as I'm trying to do something major. I will be tweaking the channel a little bit and doing more shorts on more different topics soon. Why? I'm getting a new camera set up, essentially. I've already tested it out and I liked it. I ordered one, but it is a 1 month backlog on it because it's a high-tech camera, essentially, using AI or Meta, and they're pretty cool. I like them. Once I get those, it will give me the ability to, anything that I look at, I can share and record. So I'm pretty excited about that. I actually made a short video last night. It was a 50 second video of something that I had just picked up, and I was wearing someone else's. And you don't even notice you're wearing it, and it's recording everything that you see. You just say Meta record, and boom, it starts recording. Meta stop recording, and then it stopped before you even said it, which is pretty cool. Actually, I think it kind of cuts it just before you said it because it did everything for me. So I'm excited about that. So you'll see a lot more cool stuff. I'll probably cover some more topics like I used to cover. I think I'm going to go back a little bit to what I used to do, but I will still do my Monday through Friday videos about gold and silver, at least until we see $100 gold. $100 silver, $4,000 gold. I will still be talking about it because I think it will still be an awesome buy. But at that point, I'll slow down in buying silver. If silver goes to $100, I personally will probably slow down. Would I recommend that? Not if you ain't got any. If you've been on the sidelines, hopefully you've been stacking while it was cheap. I had someone leave me a comment yesterday. Nobody was buying silver at $15 5 years ago. The average price on silver 5 years ago was $20.69. And that also covered because we had the run up of $29. And so that $29 averaged in to raise it, which means, yes, you could have been picking silver up for $17, $18. You could have been picking it up for 11, but that was a little extreme. You probably didn't find any. Although I did say that I had one friend pick up a 100-ounce bar for $1,000, $1,000. He said, I'm not trying to buy any silver right now. At least that's what he said. The guy said he needed the money bad, and he was willing to take $1,000 for it. And so the guy's like, I'll take it for $1,000. And when that guy left, I said, I'll give you 1,100 for it. I'll give you 1,200 for it. He said, nope, I'm going to hang on to it till it goes back up to $20. And sure enough, he did. With that being said, thank you all for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you check out all of our great videos. If you leave a comment asking about something, I will probably do a video on it. This was a video that was basically from a comment. Someone asked me a comment. He wanted to know my thoughts on it. I wrote too long of a YouTube cut me off. Too long of a reply. It was like a book, and then I just said, you know what, I might as well just do a video on it. So check out all of our great videos. Hit that thumbs up button. If there's something you want to hear about or you got a question about something, don't hesitate to leave a comment. Special thank you to all of our members that help support this channel. It is only $1.99 to become a member. Every month we do a special event where you have a shot at winning a free ounce of silver. We do that live, which is a lot of fun. As you can see, these are the live streams right here. This was our winner last month. We do a special wheel. We do a live wheel. It's a lot of fun, but we change it up. Sometimes we do bingo balls. Sometimes we do a lot of different things. Thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you to the members. Thank you to the subscribers. Thank you for the thumbs up, and thank you for everything. So have a great day, everybody, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care, everybody. Bye-bye.